Hello, good morning. Today we are going to talk about the advantages of physics, chemistry, and biology about the greenhouse gases. Are gaseous components of the atmosphere as a result of human activity which absorb and emit infrared radiation that emerge from the environment and produce the greenhouse effect. In this case, we will talk about the CH4 and CO2. CH4 is methane. It's a serious flammable gas, colorless, odorless, lighter than the air, resulting from the decomposition of anorganic matter that is seriously dangerous from our planet. Now, how can we use strategies to reduce CH4? First, have balanced diets. Because per kilogram of meat or milk, methane is produced by ruminants in extensive farms. Use of heron eggs with antimethanogenic potential. These additives are good for study. However, in animals, their response is that it reduces the production and quality of meat and milk. Reduction of consumption of these foods, a study carried out in the United States determined that the total elimination of animal protein in the American population will reduce the emissions of these gases by 2.2%, demonstrating that it will improve the production of serious livestock, effective in reducing methane. Into universities of Germany and Japan, they create two different pills that reduce these emissions. Carbon dioxide, CO2, is the main greenhouse gas emitted as a result of human activities. In 2017, CO2 accounted for approximately 81.6% of all greenhouse gas emissions in the USA from human activities. Carbon dioxide occurs naturally in the atmosphere as part of the Earth's carbon cycle. The natural circulation of carbon between the atmosphere, oceans, land, plants, and animals. The felling of forest deforestation, trees absorb the CO2 from the atmosphere and thereby help regulate the climate. When they are cut down, in this benefit effect is lost and the carbon stored in the trees is released into the atmosphere, aggravating the greenhouse effect. The CO2 and other pollutants that we emit that promote global warming come together from an increasingly dense blank in the atmosphere and cause the Earth to heat up. The more carbon dioxide, methane, and nitrogen oxides we emit, the more the planet will warm. This cycle of generation and absorption of carbon dioxide was called a carbon cycle. In reality, it was much more complex than what we expose here. Unfortunately, this cycle, which remained in balance until a few centuries ago, after the Industrial Revolution began to go out of balance, with the production of carbon dioxide being much higher than its absorption rate, so that its concentration in the atmosphere grows approximately at rate of 2 ppm per year. Transport vehicles with their combustion engines and thermal power plants are the largest emitters of carbon dioxide. It should be noted that all types of combustions must be carried out with an excess of oxygen to guarantee that carbon dioxide, not toxic gas, is formed, since if oxygen is source, carbon monoxide is produced by a very toxic gas, which is probably the gas that has caused more human lives in non-war situations.